Lately, I've been hearing the same questions over and over again about social media. Things like this. What should I be posting? How often should I show up? What's working right now? And underneath all of those questions is something I don't think we're talking about as much as we should. What if social media isn't actually meant to carry your business anymore? In this episode, I want to talk about why social media feels harder than it used to in years past and what to do now. Welcome to BeWeird Marketing, marketing conversations for women who want less noise and better decisions. I'm Ashley Conway. I partner with established entrepreneurs who are done chasing trends and tired of carrying their marketing alone. This isn't a how-to show. It's a thinking space, a place to slow down, cut through the noise, and focus on what actually supports your business at this stage. Because honestly, marketing doesn't need more ideas. It needs better decisions. Let me tell you, so I belong to a couple of different mastermind groups. I'm a big believer in no matter how big your business gets, whether you're starting out, whether you have a large business, that you should always have other people speaking into your business and giving you different perspectives. Sometimes that looks like a mastermind. Sometimes that looks like a coach or a board of advisors or directors. So it can look in different ways, but I think no matter what, it's just critically important for the health of your business. So, like I said, I belong to two masterminds. One is online, one is local. I was on a meeting with my online mastermind group a couple of weeks ago, and it was a small group. So about 6 other women, and we're all running successful businesses. And the conversation turned to social media. So as we went around the group, I started hearing these kinds of comments. No one's looking at my stories anymore. My real views have gone way down. Carousels are the only thing that seem to be working for me right now. I'm running out of ideas for what to post, or social media is the least fun part of my business. And the tone, it wasn't light. They weren't saying it like a joking way. It was heavy. Like this whole topic was a heavy topic. And the sense was frustration and fatigue. Like they were all trying to figure out how to make this thing that used to work better for them. They're trying to figure out how to make it work again. And I was listening quietly, honestly, because I knew I am a dissenting opinion here. Like I'm the odd man out. So I was listening, and this thought kept running through my mind. Why are we collectively, as business owners, putting so much weight on social media if it's not actually producing the kind of results we want or the kind of results it used to? Why are we trying, I would say, like kick a dead horse, but it's not that bad. But why are we still trying to make this work like it used to? Because the conversation, it kept circling around execution, what to post, how often to post, should we use a scheduler? Do you use a scheduler? And I found myself, and I did, wanting to ask a completely different question. Not how do we make social media work better, but why are we depending on it so much in the first place? I mean, and let me be clear. I don't think social media is useless. I'm not anti Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm at the too on all of those platforms, LinkedIn, YouTube. So I'm not against social media, but I do think the role it has played in our businesses has changed and continues to change. And let me tell you why I think that. There are 3 reasons. Number 1 is the volume and the noise. And I've talked about this before. Everyone and their AI is creating content. And our attention is so fragmented when we get on there. It's just overload, really, because there are so many topics, so many solutions people are talking about. Here's your problem. I've got a solution. Here's a different topic. This could be your life. It could be better. It's overwhelming. The amount of content, the amount of advice, the amount of solutions with quotation marks out there. So there's a lot of noise. Number two, we are fatigued as users. So it's not just that we're getting so much noise and so much information on social media. It's not like that at all. It's also our lives are so busy. We have so much going on. We're involved in so much. The pace of life is very fast. And that doesn't even talk about, let's add in things in the news, the political climate, our normal life of family and kids, activities, and maintaining your house or doing projects there. When you add, and then there, I mean, and then there's your business of all the projects you have, the ideas you have, the things that you want to do. You're working with your team, all of these things. When you add them all up, we are so tired, because even if you're waking up in the day with tons of energy, you're going out and you're conquering all these different areas, and you probably are. By the end of the day, we're like, and that was all I had. I am done. Like, stick a fork in me, done, right? So we are fatigued. That's the second part that's a factor into social. The third is the platform itself. Is Instagram, is Facebook, is LinkedIn, because the people who own these platforms are constantly changing the algorithm, the rules. Our reach is inconsistent suddenly because things have changed. We don't own our own audience. We're depending on these, these platforms to promote us. So if they change something, it can change our businesses overnight. And that is the social media climate that we're all living in as business owners. Social media a couple of years ago, not that long ago. I mean, remember around the time of COVID, it was the place where you could build your business. Now it's a place where you support your business. The problem isn't that social media stopped working. The problem is we're still expecting it to do too much. We're expecting the same results, even though there's been a shift in the climate. We're thinking, if I just post the right thing, another quotation marks, air quotes, if I just post consistently enough or in the right format, this will start working again for me. That may not be true. Social media is still valuable. Hear me. I'm not saying ditch it. It's still valuable, but for different reasons than the way we've been using it. So what I tell all of my clients is that the new role of social media is threefold. Number one, it's visibility. It's our lights are on. We are working with people. We're doing projects. We are active. We're a thriving business. Visibility. Number two, it's credibility. We are experts. We know what we're talking about. It's like this thought leadership of establishing yourself, yes, as an expert, as an experienced person in your arena, in your field. And number three, it's for reinforcement. When you meet someone in person or online, or someone hears about you, they go to your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn to make sure that you're credible, that you are a professional. It's like they're validating the things they think when they meet you. They're validating those by going online and learning a little bit more about you, right? It's like the next step in the relationship is to go stalk you a little bit. And we all do this. And I think that's a big role that social plays. So where do we go from here? If we were depending in years past on social media to give us significant amounts of visibility and leads, what do we do? And my advice is to supplement. You are going to look at, I can't rely so much on my social media activity and performance. I need to supplement social with other things. I don't want to put all of my eggs in the social media basket anymore. I'm going to supplement with other ways to get in front of people and to bring in business. So I'm just going to run through some quick ideas, not in depth, but just to get you thinking of how could I make some other things work for me? How could I open up some other pathways to get visibility and to get leads? Number one, relationships and conversations. So things like referrals, networking, being in masterminds, having real conversations with people, small group or one-on-one. Growing through conversations, not content, will give you, it'll help you grow in leaps instead of small segments. You have to do a lot of work on social media to bring in business, but through one-on-one or small group interactions, you can do less work and get even more quality business. Number two, platforms that you actually own, your website, your email list, your podcast, your blog, whatever it is that you own. These are places where people can go deeper with you, and you're also not competing with everyone else out there. Number three is being really strategic about getting visible in ways like speaking, collaborations, partnerships, guest opportunities. Just think about how can I get in front of a focused audience? And because we're not focused on social, right? We're scrolling through so many posts, it's not focused attention, but you can still get visible and have eyeballs that are concentrated on you and not distracted, and the results are so much better. It's all about being in the right rooms instead of trying to reach a mass amount of people. And number four is leveraging your existing audience. So think about past clients. What else can you offer them? And what you may have helped them with in the beginning, their needs have evolved now. You can reach back out. Or current clients, the same. What else can you do to support them? Or the warm leads that you have, people who already know you and like you and trust you. What are you doing with them? If they're not already clients of yours, what are you doing to turn them, to groom them into clients? And it's so much easier, and there's more opportunity here than trying to reach new people. It's harder to reach new people because you have to do a lot more convincing and relationship building. So if social media has felt heavy to you lately, it's probably not because you're doing it wrong. It could be because you're asking it to do too much. You're asking it to do something it's just not meant to do anymore. That it's asking to be in a supporting role instead of the lead actor. Because when social media is carrying the weight of your visibility, your leads, your business growth, of course, it's going to get real frustrating when it doesn't work. It's not delivering anymore. But your business, a healthy business, is never supposed to depend on one channel. It's supposed to be supported by a full system, a full many pathways to get visibility, many pathways to bring in leads. And social media just becomes one piece of that. So there's not so much stress around it. You're expecting less of it. If you don't currently have someone helping you build that bigger system with multiple pathways in your business, you can. You can learn more by going to BeWeirdMarketing.com and learning how we can work together. I trust this has been helpful. I hope this has taken some of the weight off of you of feeling like I need to figure out how to make this work again. You still need to be on social, absolutely. But let's find some other paths so you can take some of the weight off of this, and maybe social can become fun again. Maybe your creativity comes back once the weight comes off. I can't wait to talk to you next time. I hope you have an excellent week. If this episode was helpful, I'd love it if you shared it with another woman who might need to hear it as well. You can also subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss future episodes, especially if marketing has started to feel heavier than you want it to. This is where you're going to find relief. And if you want more support, resources, or to learn more about how I work with clients one-on-one, you can visit BeWeirdMarketing.com. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to chat with you next time.